Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video about my 6 to 12 months favorites and what the products that were must-haves for me. I'm really excited for this video because the 6 to 12 month age range is really fun. The milestones just kind of are back to back really quick. They start sitting, standing, eating, and they get a lot more independent. So a lot of things in this age range are really cool. With that being said, there is a lot of things to talk about, so I'm really just gonna jump in. I'm not gonna do too big of an intro. Some of the products I have here with me, and some of the products I am just going to insert a clip just because it's either not here or it's too big for whatever reason. So here we go, let's just jump right in. First few things on the list are really going to be feeding related, mainly because between around 6 months you really start diving into solid feeding. So that's what's on a lot of parents' minds. So first is Sippy Cups. You can introduce them really whenever you want, but I introduced Sippy Cups around 5-6 months for my son. So this one is a Munchkin 360 cup. It doesn't have the traditional spout like a sippy cup that you would see. This is basically just the spout goes all around the lid, and it kind of introduces them to like the feeling of an open cup. It helps them understand how you maneuver an open cup. So I've been really happy with these. These cups are actually very durable. They've been through my dishwasher. They've been tossed all around. I've been using them for over a year. There's not even one scratch on them, so they're amazing. The Munchkin straw cup. Yes, I do love Munchkin products. This video is not sponsored. But anyway, this is the Munchkin weighted straw cup. This is a really nice cup, mainly because the straw is super soft. So it has a anti-leak valve. So they do have to suck and do some work. So it's a really nice transition from bottle to sippies if you want to do something like this as well, because there is some kind of sucking motion that they really need to do the way they do a bottle. So with that being said, it has like the lid that kind of covers it, like when you're out and about. You can get them with the handles or without, and then also the straw inside has a little weight at the bottom, and it's like super flexible, so they can really just like lay down or do whatever. They can drink their liquids from here from any angle. So I basically just used sippy cups for water at that age. Next, I wanted to talk about suction plates and bowls. So this is the ones that I use. Some of them can get very expensive, but this one's not. This one's about $10 at Walmart or Target. I'll try to link it below. I mentioned it in my 3 to 6 months video, but you really start using it more between 6 to 12 months. So this is basically nice. It has a suction material at the bottom. It sticks right to your table so they can't yank it, because at that age they really are just like throwing everything. They're really testing the laws of gravity. So I have bowls as well with the suction material at the bottom. These are really helpful. This particular set came with 3 sizes. This is the smallest one, and it also came with a lid. So if they don't finish their food, you could just store it for later. Next on the feeding list is silicone placemats. Now honestly, I didn't think this would make it on this list, but it did, and I'll tell you why. So between 6 to 12 months, they're self-feeding, and you kind of just want like a clean surface to grab their food from. Say for instance, if you're somewhere, like you're out and about, like you're at a restaurant and you don't want to necessarily bring like a plate with you or even use the restaurant's plates for your kids, you could just place this on the table. It sticks right to the table because it has that like sticky material in the back. And it sticks right to the table, and it gives them a nice clean surface to grab their food from. I really enjoy these silicone placemats. I still use them sometimes, not really as often, because like I said, my son is 2, so he's not really throwing plates as much. Once they kind of stop throwing plates and throwing utensils, you don't have to use it as much. The last thing that's feeding related, I'm sorry, I just want to group all the feeding stuff together, but the last thing that's feeding related on this list is silicone bibs. Now this particular one is from Target. I had bought a couple from Amazon that were like a thicker and heavier material, still did the job, but I did find that this one is a lot nicer, and I'll try to find it on target.com and I'll link it down below. But basically it has a silicone material, so it's easy to wipe. I've been throwing it in the top rack of my dishwasher, and it is still in perfect condition. And it also has this like opening in the bottom, so the food just kind of like drops in, and it works great. I love these so much. Ever since I discovered these silicone bibs, I have not been using the fabric bibs at all, unless it was like teething and drooling related. But for feeding specifically, I use the silicone bib. You can just like fold it up nice and small like this, throw it in your diaper bag, and it's really just nice when you're out and about. Again, this material is silicone, just like the placemat. You can wipe it down, super easy to clean. All right, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was a convertible car seat. Now, a lot of people are still using their infant car seat between 6 and 12 months. They don't start moving to a convertible car seat until after their baby turns a year. The reason why I'm putting it in this video is because they're expensive. So I wanted to encourage you that if you are going to change your child or move your child to a convertible car seat, to start maybe shopping around. I mean, they can be a couple $100s, and they can also be $500. So it really is something to start considering, keeping your eyes open for a good sale. And I'll show you guys the one that I have. It's the Graco Forever DLX. I actually just bought a second one for my second boy. I'm probably gonna skip the infant car seat with the second baby. I'm just gonna go straight to the convertible car seat, only because I enjoyed using the Graco DLX, the Graco Forever so much. But basically, I just wanted to put it in this video because a lot of people start changing to convertible car seats around 12 months, and it's something to consider to start shopping around for. I would consider doing some kind of like a high chair or a booster seat. I had both. I will insert clips and pictures right now for you. The Fisher Price booster seat that I have is really nice because you can fold it, and it's super compact. You could just take it to like a restaurant or out with you, or if you're going to a family member's house, and that's super useful. Now also the high chair that I have is called the Graco Contempo. So basically it's a very slim high chair. Like, you can fold it, and it goes right into like one of our closets here. So I wanted something that was easy to store. I didn't want something that just sat out in my kitchen all the time, especially because I have a small kitchen and a small eating area. So I needed something that can fold and go away in a closet. All right, so the next thing on the list is about playing. So basically around this age range, they really start interacting with toys. So my son was obsessed with balls around this time. We had every single type, bouncy balls, fluffy balls, anything. Just get balls for your kids. They start learning how to throw. It's so good for their hand-eye coordination. Another thing that we really liked were bubbles. So we would just blow the bubbles for my son, and he went crazy for it. He absolutely loved it. There is a VTech cube. I'm gonna insert a picture now, but basically it's like a big large cube. They use it to stand. They can actually use it to like help themselves learn how to stand. So this cube it can be a little pricey, but it's actually extremely worth it. I'll link it down below. It has activities on all the sides. It turns on. It has like a chute for the blocks that it comes with. It is probably one of the most amazing toys that he had between that age range, and he used it so much. Another thing to consider with toys is also, like, if you want to consider like an activity table. The activity table that we had was just like a simple one. I don't even think they sell this particular one. I'm gonna look for it, but if not, then I'll of course put links for some similar ones. They're amazing because they help your child stand. They have a bunch of little toys and stuff on top that they play with, and they're really fun. Bathtub stickers, or at least a bathtub mat, like an anti-slip mat. The reason being is because around 7 months my son started standing, and right around that time as well, he started going around, holding onto the edges of the bathtub and just kind of like walking around. He was very mobile. He refused to sit down in the baby bathtub anymore. I'll link both down below. I personally used the stickers. I have no experience with the mat, but I know people who use them and they had no problem with it. I have a large bathtub, so I bought the stickers that you just stick on and scatter all around. Fairly inexpensive, simple safety tip, still bath related. I want to kind of consider some bath toys. I got him a huge pack of farm animals. They're the squishy ones with the holes. I know some people don't like the holes. You can patch it with super glue if you want, but I kept it open. I just squeezed the water out at the end of the bath. but they also sell the foam alphabets. There's like cute little foam alphabets. The whole pack for the numbers and letters is like $5. It's dirt cheap, super colorful. Once they're wet, they can stick to the walls. They're super fun to play with. And now my son is 2, he still plays with the alphabets because we're learning our alphabets and our numbers. But he also still plays with the farm animals a lot. Like he knows all their little sounds, and he just he's so interactive with them now that I can't imagine not getting them for him. There's just simple little expenses, and they make bath time so much more fun. Books, I know a lot of people are already like reading to their kids at this age, but just kind of wanted to like quick little like reminders and suggestions. Books are really interesting at this age and beyond, or well, every age, because they start really kind of recognizing like that there is objects and stuff on the page. And then especially like I have really like these at 6 months, this is what I was using. Like these are very simple, if I can even open it, very simple books, and super colorful, super bright. This one's like counting, it teaches like counting. This is colors, very vibrant and very simple books. And then this is just like a simple texture book. I mean, any bookstore, any place that you buy children's books, you're gonna find all of these. These aren't like anything special. So it has like all the little textures of all the little animals, and he loves them. He's still enjoying these books. Next is sunblock. At 6 months, you can start using sunblock on your baby. We live in Florida, so I definitely needed to invest in some decent sunblock. Since there's bugs everywhere. But basically what I have here is the Baby Organic sunblock. Let me see if I can. And then also what I have here is the green, sorry, I don't have my glasses on. It's the Greener Ways Organics bug repellent, DEET free. You can buy a huge pack of this from Costco. Actually, I found this one works a little bit better, but I still use this as well. No issues. Absolutely love it. Bug spray is definitely something that you want to get. Next is to consider some sunblock.
Alright, well this is the part where I realized that I was saying sunblock the entire time that I was really talking about bug spray. Obviously you caught on by now, but I kept it in here because I clearly make mistakes and I'm not perfect.
Next is the Baby Organics sunblock, or any sunblock that you would choose. I would just start using sunblock on your baby when you go outside in the sun, especially during the summer. Again, we live in Florida, so we have some pretty intense sun shining here. This is SPF 50. We've had absolutely 0 sunburns, and I mean 0, and we spend a lot of time outside. It's pretty thick, so they kind of look crazy with like this thing. It kind of just shows white all over their skin, but you know what, that's totally okay because their skin is so delicate. You really don't want them to burn. I've, as I mentioned, never had issues with sunburn so far. All right, so a foam play mat. So one thing that we really enjoyed and we got for my son right around 6 months when he started sitting up is a big foam play mat. The one we got is made by Baby Care. It's a little bit more pricey, but we absolutely love it. It's extremely durable. It's 2-sided. One side has like a fun like landscape of like a little town with roads and stuff, and then the other side is like the alphabets. If you don't want to spend $100 on a play mat, that's perfectly fine. There's also the like different kinds of foam play mats. They have the ones with like the big square pieces that you kind of just puzzle together and piece together. If you get that, that's perfectly fine. The only thing is that I want to just encourage you to not get the ones with like the letters cut out on the inside of each square. I know they're cute, but something I've noticed in almost every single house that I've seen, those letter foam play mats, like the ones with the big squares that you piece together, is that the baby pulls out the letter because they pop right out. They pull out the letter and they use them as teethers. So if you are interested in the play mats that have the big square pieces, then try to maybe look for the ones that just are solid colors instead of the ones with the letters in it. It's just something to consider. Last thing on my list is some sort of like swing, not like a rocker, but I'll link the one that I have. We got like a little outdoor swing. They're super cute and super fun. My son absolutely loved it from the time he was 6 months old to basically now. He's still using it. All right, so that's everything for my 6 to 12 month baby essentials and favorites. These are all the products that I absolutely loved in that time frame, and as I mentioned, most of them I'm still using. So that's how awesome all these products are. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and I really look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you.